Happy Friday. I am super excited to hop on live, and we are back in the swing of things for quarter four. Can you believe it? We just got back from the Women's Elite Entrepreneur Retreat. We just came back from tons of just transitioning back into coaching clients, onboarding new clients, and being able to settle in. So I wanted to quickly hop on as we wrap up this Friday. I had a segment in my calendar as I close out every single day as CEO Planning Day. And I thought this would be perfect to show you a little bit behind the scenes, the importance of tracking your actual activity, your mindset, being able to have some tools and some techniques so that as you close out a week and as you start another week, that if you are just arbitrarily, again, closing out any of your deliverables, any of your initiatives, any of your goals that you had, but you're not sitting down to actually put pen to paper, write down what those action steps were, write down what those trends were, you're missing the boat in your progress. I can't say that and emphasize that enough. So if you're watching live, make sure that you give me a thumbs up. And again, if you're watching this recording, I'm Connie Kircher. I serve as the Elite Entrepreneur Coach. I am all things strategy. I love being able to coach you, encourage you, and give you real world strategies to bring concept to completion. I love being able to come alongside business owners so that they're actually scaling their strategies to a way in their sales departments, in their marketing departments, and in their ways of follow-up and retention. So let's go full circle with 3 techniques as we close out this week. The first one is you being able to track what did you do to actually do outbound sales. I cannot encourage that enough, that is different than marketing. That's different than social media campaigns or strategic planning. Even that's different than doing connects or networking, or having conversations to be able to do some digital ads. I truly am talking about this week. How many hours can you track that you did outbound sales? You proactively were sending out a proposal, a consultation link, a buy here now, my next package is, sign up for, because I will tell you, when I audit any one of my newer clients calendar, I'm always like, show me on a monthly basis the time blocks that you do for outbound sales. And I would say repeatedly, it is, well, I sometimes do this email campaign, and isn't my newsletter, kind of the technique of sales. And sometimes I get a consultation on this week, sometimes I don't. I want you to make a huge paradigm shift for quarter four. And I want you to start encouraging and tracking and requiring yourself and or your team to start having true what could be some new income revenue generating activities on your calendar, non-negotiable, that become you making sure that you are paying forward an ask, an opportunity, an invitation for someone to work with you and your team. Okay. And again, if you're a product based business or a service based business, a blend, you've been in the business for 5 years, you've been in the business for 5 days, it doesn't matter. That is a core cadence that you need to be tracking to make sure that you are seeing how much outbound sales, even if that's referral business that you're reaching out to, building B2B partnerships and encouraging, initiatives to be built together, or anyone that comes to mind for a new project that you're about to launch. It cannot be done in a silo. No matter how great your marketing may be, no matter how wonderful your, footprint in your marketplace is, there is always a trackable number that you need to decide is your bare minimum value every single week of how many hours will you commit to when it comes to outbound sales. Not following up with inquiries, not an email introduction, not someone that came back in the pipeline from last year. True new client acquisition time. Okay. So I want to encourage you. You've got several more weeks in October, so it is not too late that you can absolutely get back into a cadence that makes sense to you for all of quarter four. Second trackable item is your planning time. So I love to say there should be 5 hours a month. And again, it can be an afternoon segment. It could be 2 hours here, 2 hours here, an hour here. You divide and conquer those 5 hours. But as a CEO of your business, you have to be doing strategic planning. You don't have to do anything, but I'm going to really encourage you that you are taking time and at a minimum, tracking your strategic planning time. This means you're taking a concept that you want to grow one part of your business, outreach a new program, build a new asset, but you don't have the strategy or the tactile plan built out, that's what you're doing in your CEO strategy time. People always get really confused of like, it may be on my calendar this afternoon, Connie, but I have no idea what I'm doing when it's CEO planning time. You're looking at your trends, you're looking at your current clientele, you're looking at your current, what I would say, widgets that you are selling or that are in marketplace right now, and you're not getting the traction that you thought you would 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. You're looking at upcoming events and the way you're going to position your ask or your next step. You're creating ways that you're going to be put in front of new individuals so that that ask, that launch is going to be successful in many different avenues of people being able to go, I think I'm interested. Tell me more. What's the process? So, minimum 5 hours a month, you need to be tracking from here on out a strategic CEO planning session with you, yourself, and you. And again, if this is an area that you want support or coaching in, this is exactly what I'd love to come alongside and brainstorm with you, get concrete tactics, deadlines, and again, scope of work that makes sense for you to roll out in the next 4 weeks, 6 months, 6 months, even 6 years, right? Last piece I want to encourage in you being able to become an expert tracker and making data driven decisions is not just from the sales department, because again, if you don't have cash flow, you don't have a business. Second is if you don't track again your CEO planning time, you are going to always be falling behind of why you're doing something, the efficiency of a program that is not working, or again, operationally, or anything that you're leveraging isn't going to make sense long term. That is what you have to realign in your strategy time. But the last part I want you tracking is actually your mindset. Like you making sure that as a business owner, as a solopreneur, as someone that is managing you, you being really mindful of what I call a 360 evaluation. I ask individuals around me at least once a month. What am I doing well? What could I have done better? I'm asking myself as I close out this week, what did I do well on my client calls? What did I do great on my consultations? What did I do great in my proposals? And what could I have done differently for next week? How could I have scripted that differently because I felt like I stumbled through XYZ? How could I elevate an opportunity that I missed this week, right? Like there's always times where I'm like, I kind of got the traction that I needed, but this is what I need to reposition the next time I attend that event or the next time I have that conversation with a strategic partner. So that is not a necessarily numerical matrix, I would say. That is going to be you're slowing down though and tracking how could you position that differently and just taking the time to make sure that you're doing an evaluation 360 lens. How did I do to lead my clients this week? How did I do to lead my team this week? What did I leave left undone? And my efficiency and my optimization just tanked maybe by Tuesday. What happened there? So those are the three areas I want you to reposition in October and take some time to slow down, start tracking some real data so you can build a sustainable cadence of your calendar, of your business, and of expectations of yourself. So I hope those 10 minutes were helpful and fruitful. Again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you do so. We have over 200 different training videos that I have uploaded on this channel to make sure that you are equipped in sales, in marketing, in strategy around, again, follow-up and retention, and you really developing a CEO incredible mindset around leadership, incredible strategy, commitment to go. You're going to keep growing your business with intentionality. You're not going to let the chaos take over. So I hope that you have a blessed weekend. And again, thanks so much for jumping on the live stream. And I'd love to hear your greatest takeaway in the comment section below. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.